During my interview, one of the panel members asked me how I would handle team sensitivity when progressing faster than peers. Should I really be friends with my colleagues? You have, for example, a messy family situation where your father-in-law, your father's brother's uncle is sleeping with sons. They don't need to know that. I know it's like tea. It's something hot that you want to share, you want to laugh about. Sometimes you don't need to know those things. I'm starting a new Anonymous Dilemma series. I unpack corporate career and money situations. So if you've got any of those, send them in the form linked below. As you know, my name is Glory. Let's get right into it. Subscribe. What are you still doing? Hit that button. Do it now. No, do it now. I'm watching you. Good. Should I really be friends with my colleagues? It feels like people have just got like these tricky questions to ask. Should I really not be friends with my colleagues? So let's get into it. Because when I first joined my company, I told myself one thing: be friendly, but don't make friends at work. Yeah, now that's quite something. But I had seen too many stories online, people saying your colleagues are not your friends, others saying they trusted someone at work, opened up to them, and somehow their personal business became office gossip. So I kept things polite. I smiled, I helped where I could, I joined the occasional lunch, but I never really let anyone in. Then I met two colleagues who made that difficult. One of them, Tasha, was genuinely kind. She helped me settle in when I was new, explain things nobody else had time to explain. I would even message me before meetings like, don't worry, this one is really intense, but you'll be fine. The other, Daniel, was one of the people everyone liked, funny, calm, helpful, and somehow always knew how to make work feel less heavy. Over time, we became a little group, lunch together, quick coffee runs, jokes on Teams, nothing too deep, but enough that work felt light. I get that, just kind of having people around you. Then if you're having people that are friendly around your work, it kind of makes work feel light, definitely. And honestly, I needed it. I had moved cities for the role. I didn't know many people. Work was where I spent most of my week. So even though I kept hearing that voice in my head saying, be careful. I was going to tell you, girl, be careful. I started to relax. But then something happened. A senior role opened internally. It wasn't officially announced, but my manager hinted that I should apply when it went live. I was excited, but I didn't tell many people. One day at lunch, Daniel casually said, I heard that you're looking for someone who already knows the reporting process well. That sounds like you. I froze. How did he know? How did he know? That's what she said. He said, Tasha laughed and says, please, everyone knows you're the favorite for it. I didn't like that word favorite. I tried to brush it off. But after that, the energy shifted in my head. Were they happy for me or were they watching me? Had I been too comfortable? Had I been sharing too much? The thing about sharing usually at work or sharing too much is that people make assumptions based on what you've shared. Whether or not you like it. It's just like sharing something with a friend. And because that friend knows you based on one or two things that you have told them in the past, they begin to connect and link things together and say, oh, was it because of that? Was it exactly? And the tricky thing about it being work colleagues is that they don't know everything fully about you. So the little information that you share with them, they easily would be able to make conclusions from it, even if those conclusions are not correct. So that's why it's really one to be careful. You need to be warm enough that you're not perceived as hostile, but really you don't want to go there and be oversharing. She says, I tried to brush it off, but after that, the energy shifted in my head. Were they happy for me or were they watching me? Had I become too comfortable? Had I been oversharing? It looks like you had been, honey. Then the job was posted. I applied. A week later, Tasha became quiet with me. Not rude, just different. Short replies, less joking. Lunch became, I already ate. Ooh. Okay. Okay, yeah, she's starting to feel it. Daniel was still normal, but even he started making comments like, when you become our boss, don't forget us. Okay, yeah, they definitely have you in their mind constantly. It sounded like a joke, but it didn't feel like one. Then came the twist. During my interview, one of the panel members asked me how I would handle team sensitivity when progressing faster than peers. I answered it professionally, but the question threw me. Why was that coming up? I guess obviously because they know that you're on the same team with other people that might have been interested in that role, so it made sense for them to ask you that. A few days later, I found Tasha had applied too. Oh, no wonder she was quiet. You get what I mean? Like she had applied as well, but you got the role. Or had you got it? Let's keep reading. She never told me. Then I heard from another colleague that Tasha had apparently said some people know how to play the game better than others. Ooh, okay. That hurt because this was someone I genuinely liked. But then Daniel pulled me aside and said something that made everything more confusing. He said, I don't think Tasha meant it that way. She was just disappointed. But also, you do need to be careful. People are happy for you until your success starts changing where they stand. That sentence stayed with me. I got the promotion. At first, everyone congratulated me. Tasha sent a message with a heart emoji. I mean, she tried, didn't she? Like, she was expecting the promotion as well. Daniel said he was proud of me, but the group was never the same again. Now, I'm in this awkward space where I still care about them, but I feel like a friendship has terms and conditions I never read. Part of me feels guilty for pulling back. Part of me feels stupid for getting close in the first place. And part of me wonders whether I'm being unfair. Maybe people are allowed to feel disappointed and still be good people. Maybe not every shift in energy is betrayal, but now I keep asking myself, can I genuinely be friends with colleagues at work? Or does work eventually test every friendship? I feel like at the start, you probably led with that. You started with, sharing with them. And I understand why you might have done that, because you had just moved into the city and it made sense. If you have like someone that you can chat to about your weekend, about just something randomly, and there's a sense of closeness that comes from that. But I think it's important to separate between your work relationships and your non-work relationships. Even look at naturally in your friend group that is non-work. Sometimes when things are going your way or things are happening for you faster than your other friends, there's a slight tendency that they might get jealous as well. They might feel left behind. So especially because you have just started as well, and she helped you with a lot of things. So she wanted that promotion, you wanted as well, and they already sending you signals to say, okay, yeah, definitely might be you. And then you got the promotion, but you didn't realize that she had that interest in it. So I would say you just need to navigate it with caution. You don't have to try to force it. Don't try to force it, because at some point, if it depends on the promotion that you have gotten. Are you promoted and you're a level above them, or are you now their manager? Do you get what I mean? So if you're the manager, you do need some kind of wisdom to navigate that situation, because your friendship, unfortunately, would not be the same. Most likely would not be the same. So it's important to understand that dynamics. Personally, I would say don't lead with that type of closely knit friendship. I understand you might go for happy hour drinks after work, catch up on the weekend or something, but I do think it's important to separate your work friends or your work relation from your personal life. You can share bits of your life, but not bits that people can know and use against you. If you have, for example, a messy family situation where your father-in-law, your father's brother's uncle sleeping with sons, they don't need to know that. I know it's like tea. It's something hot that you want to share, you want to laugh about, and just sometimes you don't need to know those things. And they probably will feel a sense of betrayal, because you're thinking, actually, how did this person start just how many months ago? And I put you through all the things that you need to know. For some reason, you got the promotion. Legitimately, you might have had some more work experience. You might have had more network or connection around the business as well. But I do think the error here, or the mistake, comes from you putting them too close in your friendship. Whether or not you were close to them in terms of friendship, they would have felt it as well. If a bunch of people started on the same level, or one person moved from a level before to now become a level above you, you kind of feel it. You feel like, oh, okay, what happened there? So it's a natural human emotion. But for the fact that you are now friends, my thought is that they were not expecting that you would be running that fast ahead of them. And so I would say you just need to come to terms or agreement that, okay, that friendship will not be the way it used to be, because it can't. I would say look for other things outside of work, other friendships, other community or friend groups that you can legitimately share work things about, because it will start to weigh you down. If all of your friendship revolve around work, and if work is not going as fine or as good as you expect it to be, it will start to weigh you down, and it becomes difficult to separate your work life and your non-work life, right? So that's what I would say. It's not your fault that you got a promotion. It's not your fault that you're trying to progress in your career. Every other person wants to do the same as well. I'm guessing that if she had gotten the promotion, you have been disappointed, but you might not have been as jealous because she started before you. But the fact that she's been there, you just started not too long ago, and then you got the promotion, it feels like, what is she not doing well enough? Those bits are there. Just be careful. I would say don't go into sharing too personal details now. If they come into that friendly circle, that friendly round again, be extra careful, especially with the display. I'm not saying that they're going to be out against you, looking for you to make a mistake or fall, but essentially in a subtle way, you have a rival now. They wanted that position that you have right now, so don't think that they might 100% have your back like they used to before. So it feels like sometimes in growth, some people might have to sacrifice some relationships in order to go further in their level of growth. If your friendship outside of work, be friendly, be warm, but I wouldn't say best friends. Yeah, that's just what I would advise. Well, you guys tell me, what would you advise this person? Drop it down in the comment below. I want to see, they want to see it as well. That's going to bring us to the end of the anonymous dilemma for this week. Got more dilemmas, you just send it on the form, link below in the description, and it's also in my bio. So send it there and we're going to unpack it in this podcast. Until then, I'll see you in my next one. Subscribe. What are you still doing? Hit that button. Do it now. No, do it now. I'm watching you. Good.